Evening VC, Dave here. So we are into that really nice sweet spot here in the Blue Note project, where we have come across some albums that defy genre. I guess some have said are avant bop records or what have you. I really think these records require deep listening. I know that when I first came across these records, I was just getting into jazz, and so Coltrane and Miles, early stuff was really kind of where I was at, like most people. And to hear these records, it really opened your eyes and your ears. And so we are on Point of Departure from Andrew Hill in the Blue Note catalog now. And this is Blue Note 4167. This is recorded back in March of 1964. It did not get released until April the following year in 1965, and I'm not sure why it stayed shelved for so long. But the key with this record is the lineup, and what Andrew Hill did here was something spectacular. He recruited members from the prior two albums in the Blue Note catalog that have been shown recently. So into the group he brought Richard Davis on bass and Anthony Williams on the drums. He also brought in Eric Dolphy. All three are, of course, on Out to Lunch, which Stunty just showed. And if you haven't seen his video on this, I highly recommend it. It's a very meaningful record to him, as it is to a lot of us here, and a crucial album. And so Andrew got those guys in for the session, but he also brought in Joe Henderson and Kenny Dorham, who are on this record, In and Out, that Bradley just showed. So you put all that together, and you do get Point of Departure. And it's a fitting title because it is a departure from the norms that the jazz world had seen up until this point. Now that I've gone out and explored free jazz a lot more over the last 3 or 4 years, it's interesting to go back to these records because now I honestly don't feel like this is getting too crazy, but man, there's so much dynamic changes within each song. It's one of those records, every time you listen to it, it's different. I come across things that I didn't hear on the last listen. It's real heady stuff, and the playing is spectacular. And again, I've mentioned the lineup, but I'll go over everything here. Kenny Dorham is, of course, on trumpet. Eric Dolphy brings all his cases with him to this affair. His alto, the flute, and the bass clarinet. Joe Henderson on the beautiful tenor. Andrew Hill, of course, on the keys. Richard Davis on bass, and Anthony Williams, still a young cat, on the drums, but well beyond his years. You've got 5 tracks, 2 on side A, 3 on side B. It starts off with Refuge, which is my favorite cut on the record. It begins with Kenny on the trumpet, goes into a very angular, avant, long, distinct solo from Andrew Hill that makes his statement right away that here's what's going to be going on. And and then everybody gets a really nice solo here. And Eric Dolphy, when he kicks in, he is on attack with the sax. Boy, it hits you, and it's just right. And then you have a really mean solo from Richard Davis on the bass, and then Joe Henderson comes in with this beautiful tenor tone on his solo, and you also have a solo from Anthony Williams. That's man, it's just one you want to go back and listen to over and over. Just very unique. Refuge, what a song, and everything here was written by Andrew. All these compositions, and then the second cut, New Monastery. I found it interesting in the liner notes that both Frank Wolf and Alfred Lyon thought that a lot of that song had a Thelonious Monk feel to it. And I almost caught some of that style from Andrew in Refuge. Angular playing with his avant style, almost like Thelonious Monk would do just on a normal day out. but still not, but still different, still a point of departure, so to speak. So yeah, New Monastery, some more great soloing from everybody here. Kenny Dorham's playing, it's definitely the most avant I had heard him play, because his style used to always be straight ahead, and really nice to hear him explore his instrument on this. So you move to the B side, and you have Spectrum that opens. A lot of changes in this track. Love the bass clarinet on this from Eric Dolphy. That tone, that deeper tone. It's just an instrument you don't get to hear enough. It's a difficult instrument to play, extremely difficult. And but Eric he's just a master of all things. And yeah, another great bass riffage on Spectrum. So then you move to Flight 19, and that's the track where Andrew Hill is the most distinct. He is on the attack now, and it is fire. It is that track really picks up the pace. That's my favorite playing on Andrew Hill on this record. It is on Flight 19. Outside of that amazing solo on Refuge, but and then the album takes a turn on you. It really gets mellow on Dedication, the final track. It's not a ballad, I wouldn't say, but boy, I guess the story is when they were finished playing it, it had brought Kenny Dorham to tears. It's just a gorgeous song throughout. Dedication, and yeah, this is one I've just spun this, and I want to go back and listen to it again, just because there's just so much going on through this record. Again, you never hear it the same twice, which is what I love about this time period of Blue Note and these great records. Andrew Hill, Point of Departure, Blue Note 4167. I believe Kieran is going to be up next in the project with Search for the New Land. So stay tuned. I'm going to be on his ass. He's going to do it. Peace.